in the season. There was an element of Germany and Bayern in there because Omusha Bayern were final name and Omodeje and Ameboa. Then they met Barcelona en route to also the final. Semi-finals Omone wine boy. I hear the same Barcelona. Exactly. Inter wine boy semi-final.
Barcelona.
Exactly. And I understand the Olympia Stadium and the history behind it. Say a tie crown omo the Champions League nibino. A you omo PM omo first time. But I also believe in something, and that thing has to do with the Inter Milan story. Then eventually it looks like the time is ripe for them to win the competition. I say this because semi-finals, none of them never experienced to say Inter Milan at this stage of the competition. Wabo final. In the last 3 editions, Wabo final back home. Unfortunately, last year when Timmy and replicate Madrid semi-final, squad final, and Atletico Madrid in frame. But I keep saying this: we learn more from losing than winning. And to win to me and win, Osunya de frame no de akeka ho a, or they are baba nenimu awa bedru this stage. And defensively, they are the best team in the competition. And then statistically, more performing right from the league phase now they are one of the teams or more the top performers. So they deserve to be where they are. Then we come to the relative experience among the group. Arsenal in Madrid a free, but we also only maybe aware for some time now. This is perhaps a very unbalanced Real Madrid team. I say omo good and omo poor. But omo very unbalanced and team Madrid squad no parody and a selection no parody they don't reek of a solid team. Akejuma Bebre team ne ho a was here with Carvajal it would have been a different story. With Militao would have been a different story. Again, you look at Infin any name ho. So you were Juma or Madrid team were also Arsenal eliminating them is a beautiful piece of art. Akomiamo be reign the technical aspect, akeka tactical, but a Juma Ateta a Sefata. But again, they are meeting Paris Saint-Germain, who are also one of the most informed sides in the competition. And to me, their Madrid seem to know a PSG strength, and their Madrid Arsenal, they panicked. Pressure made Saliba lose the ball. And they lead to the only game Madrid share in the 2 legs of boy against Arsenal. So Arsenal are not so comfortable as it was portrayed in their 2 duels against Real Madrid. I've seen Arsenal against Inter and how the whole story panned out during the league phase and idea. So if they meet PSG, I believe that this PSG team anyhow a pressure and regain machine. There's more pressure to regain possession, and they do this excellently, and they are excellent positional movement. It will be a different test for this Arsenal side. So to me, in as much as the bookies will be a rated Arsenal so me a favorite, I think Sanki Rankia and Kebe Inter Kane now the PSG are 2 million and Mekanisa, it means definitely these 2 teams will meet in the final because Inter Milan will eliminate Barcelona. Trust me. Barca team na wo no and being ye omo but taste na ehia nti e made akono but ubiesu bia won se bia na mbe e jollof edem e bia be and I say this because of the issues in the Barca team. They have an excellent midfield, a solid attack, but the defense na fapeme wo se team bia na gina so no enye solid here. And the weaknesses of Barca are so glaring for everybody to see. Beat their offside traps against Inter. Inter need more excellent use of more wings, the left and the right channels. More use of more wing backs to perfection. And check maybe a goals nifri by. Pavard scored, Lautaro Martinez scored. Set pieces. Never could compare the first leg against Bayern. Quite almost fast to show more goals. It was true building up and then using the laterals, the wings. So they are a multifaceted team. Mechanics are. Now, so we a team one. Baby, I don't know if they are no munya or one word drew. Old school, typical. Then they can play according to the contemporary demands of the game near there. So they are a beautiful side with balance and experience. Then PSG, on the evidence of form or experience of last year. Oyibasa Frimi quarterfinals. They thought they had made it to the finals area because on paper against Dortmund there, effort. But they met Dortmund and they surprised them. We learn more from losing than winning. And against Arsenal, I think they have more experience at this stage than this current crop of Arsenal players. So I think PSG will get the better of Arsenal. Inter Milan the better of Barcelona. No final. When they do meet in the final, it is going to be an interesting game. But it will go to Inter, and they will likely do the treble again to emulate 2010. And so it also fits into the Olympia Stadium narrative. If PSG wins it, they become another new team to win the Champions League for the first time on Sa Soyo and Nasa Stadium.
But I say, Mickey, Agomia, maybe I say it. Shake a cramp. As over cast, Asana Vesha for you, Kuba.
So no, 20
for you, Kuba.
Oh, busy. Who is this guy?
Bobby Desire interesting. Oh, I do. I don't say I'm found.
I had the Miss Mepesi at your Massene. Omomo fans. And Omodio Makuma and the teammate. Almost said the Nakuma DH and one support here. I am not sure. And the reaction if you're more than nobody before. But the moment and say, a dance to Kakra. I won't say as a fans related to clubs there. But we met me at Naha analysis like I go. Chelsea every day go bottom 4. But we are a typical Chelsea fan.
I will say Champions League and its dynamics are very interesting.
Yeah.
I was trying to say this is the third time we are having 4 clubs from different leagues getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League in the last 2 decades.
Oh, okay.
Intense. And 2009-2010, Inter Milan won it. 2017-2018, Real Madrid won it. This is the third time. But I say how 2009-2010 panned out. And we've been here saying because Inter Milan or the semi-final of the competition. There are a lot of things that goes into context when discussing the Champions League. You can have your results, you can have your tactics, you can have everything, but the history of the competition doesn't change. There'll be a one now fan, a one BC, as a result, also certainly can certainly. But the shape the use for Inter Milan air pre-treble, maybe homogeneous is Barcelona air pre-treble, maybe homogeneous is Paris Saint-Germain air pre-treble, maybe homogeneous is the only odd one out. Arsenal. The last time I bought the Champions League, Arsenal finding itself in the final of the Champions League. Now we bought Real Madrid in the round of 16. Omo Real Madrid free more than about almost Real Madrid by 1-0. And Omo bought the final. Now it also drives into the narrative that any time a bubble final no there is a new team that wins it. In the last 4 to 5 UEFA Champions League seasons, Real Madrid be also called the Champions League.
Wow.
What I say, you can't do away with some of these things. The best man have a squad depth of Barcelona, have a squad depth of Inter Milan, have a squad depth of Arsenal, have a squad depth of Paris Saint-Germain. But maybe a genius is saying, see, history is a management change. Your man is play massive role. So person need the Champions League. 1, your quality index when it comes to your squad.
Yes.
Number 2, Ahana was a tactical 7-year agreement from the coaches. No, we Luis Enrique, Mikel Arteta. I also have a chess in a year. What must I say? Then number 3, moment. There's no Champions League without moment. See, a one on your moment, no one shall open it in your vision. If you need to have players with that X factor, which may decide the moment for you, then the quality in the international mechanism is a treble Nigeria. Either you sacrifice one competition for the other, and how to match your team rookie, and we are looking fresh. For example, Barcelona period no double leg against Inter Milan or Real Madrid.
Yes.
Baku a Copa del Rey, Baku a league. Now the Copa del Rey they are final. It's in case they rest players.
Yeah.
Oboni now go Inter. Everyone say Inter first leg washing. Now call the San Siro. San Siro they no Obo San Siro they really. I want Real Madrid a league match. So imagine say points near 4 now. Well, about Valladolid within the midweek they are washing. Valladolid no omo na omo share Inter Milan Madrid La Liga no be say say Satan na points gap near say your phone na e train na team bench players for who must argue because who go more league so be dey
ababo
it e hono any club
okay
Inter Milan so the same situation we go Inter Milan or AC Milan so bo in the Coppa Italia and so na league games so Napoli so the pressure see omo so we go 3 points gap o go ho na ye mistake bi so ono so be fa one dey dey abutwa wo dey akọ Paris Saint-Germain could be okay because league no match
wa Jerry here
and ma new team no between PSG and Arsenal ba ko dia e nya me one year sa dey because say PSG no watch league na we and I don't think PSG for the second team club Coupe de France no bet match in final.
Yeah, come about the BBR team.
Abu BBR team.
About the BBR team.
BBR team, but the quality they have and the time they have to relax before they even play a final. No crowd no actually. League they so mo kan in league na wo league ni. So mo no mo show. What must they've created a system and the player be show my fan here. Eddie man, it's Inter Barcelona share the full from it to am you to am yesem. Arsenal heba. PSG so heba. Because PSG Champions League no win here or chain. Even the Coupe de France, right? Abu Catafone je World Cup na Champions League here ado mo be ye no. Because what for when you see so nyina na gigi trophies. UAE team dey City abede treble.
Yeah.
And I saw before you go far Newcastle Ukrainian do baby akra.
Ejuma omo
de omo ye. It they also need to do something. Almost they can be able discover here. Every share who can see us as top players 200 million euros yes na Angusiaga. So as a this will be a day.
Esomo.
I'm a France crew name class omo hu to because mo ba be spend this class about here myself for na yes to crew no. Mo go the music about so Champions League win to be leader. But they also believe this is the time for them. Abra ye introduce prelims our Champions League. Mo se san din ye UEFA Champions League. Marcel Neje.
Yeah.
It's the format of the Champions League changed in 92-93. I read the prelims there because Soviet Union for no. Yetiche but also Oma Federation ni mubie na obi a ote no mubie anya opportunity.
Akwenya bewem.
Yeah. It introduced the prelims to increase the numbers. Now this time around, we've also changed the format of the Champions League to increase the numbers.
Adi meba per the all can on record say yes sad on here by ma. The teams, you know.
The first one, you know, Olympic Marcel Neje.
Adi are so I've been on.
It will be all the history of Tanachi.
But quite interesting, no. It seems that common are you dealing no. And the records now would go tells you say clearly so I think it's for now. Be capable.
But the idea is saying there a wholly strong argument pa in the meeting agia 2 years. You are both fine no Olympia stadium miracle.
And one yes strong game.
Marcel no create the first Champions League Ojenwo. Nottingham Forest Jenwo. Dortmund Jenwo. Chelsea Jenwo. England teams is saying 2. Germany 1. French 1.
They Italy falling in Spain falling their crown now.
Ah, then baby and nam so so no nam baby a. Asa omo a omo nyi bi da so na so omo money also. Everyone has been surprised with Arsenal's performance in the Champions League. Let's not underrate the fact that Arsenal share Madrid back to back in the Champions League. Daben also be share Madrid born back to back.
Acha. You see there over break.
It's a statement win. PSG should have there Liverpool money Aston Villa. It's a statement win. Inter struggled in the second leg. Oh, one few 2-2.
But when I use Susan, so Arsenal say PSG more in a new format, no. But
I go with Mike on the Inter Milan subject because when it comes to squad depth, I don't think any of the teams in the Champions League was squad depth in Inter Milan. Omo team papa. Omo team decided this weekend. Omo benche Achebi. Ubenya Yambesek moi.
Stefan de
Vrij mo mbabe bongo na bolu hu abra Pavard Achebi ene Bastoni won chain Dumfries class so ni na Damien na bechi on po bench di mako na no Carlos Augusto na yele
ba mo so mo pangu o ma ko ba bi akosi ama mo pa
Damien
United also enye coaching ko ala mo so go
we
say Pokoli
but I'm sure because most projects ne league no make decide say yeah more to run local Anatovic in working Korea.
Yeah.
They will still deliver It is almost squad name so to manage games, to do things and do a lot. Barcelona, Mayama Bra.
Ayeka.
And my pressure is almost when I pray about the prayer, Rafina Bra or Brew, Chewana Trade.
I'm not telling me I'm Rafi. Why I'm Rafi?
I fear the
Nas, I'm Premier League in them say the car because it's here, Papa. Other results, man, I'm a pay.
Results,
Results, man, I'm a pay.